There's a strange feeling some people carry. Not fear exactly, not even anxiety, more like a quiet weight in the background, like something is off, not in a dramatic end-of-the-world way, just subtle, persistent, hard to explain. You go through life, work, eat, sleep, repeat, scroll, tap, buy, consume, and everything works, almost too well. At some point, a question slips in. Is this all just happening? Or is it being shaped? A long time ago, there was a piece of writing, symbolic, strange, almost impossible to take literally, but impossible to ignore. It described a system where participation in society required alignment, where buying and selling was tied to something deeper than money, not just economics, not just politics, but allegiance. And whether you believe in that text or not, that idea stuck with people because it doesn't feel outdated. It feels familiar. Look around today. You don't need paper money anymore. You don't even need a wallet. Your identity, your access, your purchasing power, all live in systems you don't control. You tap your phone, and things happen. But behind that simplicity, there are layers, rules, permissions, algorithms. You don't see them, but they see you. Every transaction, every search, every click builds a version of you. Not the real you, but a model, a profile, a prediction. And that version of you is what the system responds to. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because none of this feels forced. It feels convenient. Faster payments, smarter recommendations, personalized experiences. It feels like progress, and it is. But every system built for convenience also creates the potential for control. Not necessarily evil control, not some villain sitting behind a screen, just structure, rules that decide what's allowed, what's promoted, what's restricted. And most people never question it because it works. This is where things stop being about technology and start being about people. Because systems don't control themselves. They reflect priorities, values, decisions. And here's the uncomfortable part. Human beings have always struggled with power, not just leaders, everyone. Give someone enough influence, enough authority, enough control over outcomes, and eventually, things shift. Not always dramatically, sometimes just slightly, but enough. That feeling some people talk about, that quiet weight, might not be something mystical. It might be awareness, a subconscious recognition that we are deeply integrated into systems we don't fully understand. Systems that shape what we see, what we believe, what we prioritize. And most of the time, we don't notice until we stop, lie down, take a break, and think. That's when it hits. Not fear, not panic, just curiosity. People try to make sense of this feeling, and often they project it onto individuals, leaders, public figures, presidents. It's easier that way. If one person is the problem, then the world makes sense again. But reality is usually more complex. No single person controls everything. They operate inside systems too. Influence them, yes. Shape them, sometimes. But they don't create the entire structure. That structure is built over time, layer by layer, decision by decision, generation by generation. Think about how people are shaped. From a young age, you're taught what matters, what success looks like, what to focus on. Most of that happens inside structured environments, and those environments follow systems too. Curriculum, standards, metrics. Again, not inherently bad, but not neutral either, because whatever shapes people eventually shapes the world. So maybe the real question isn't, is this prophecy happening? Or, is this person the answer? Maybe the real question is simpler. How much of your life is chosen, and how much is guided? And more importantly, do you know the difference? That's where things get important. It's easy to spiral here, to jump to extremes, to assume the worst. But pause for a second. We're not living in a locked system. You still have choices. You can question, learn, adapt. And that matters more than people think, because the most powerful systems still rely on participation, and awareness changes participation. Technology isn't the enemy. It's a tool, a powerful one. It can empower people, connect people, educate people. Or it can centralize control, limit access, shape behavior. Same tool, different outcomes. The difference? People. That feeling you had, lying there, thinking about all of this, you're not the only one. A lot of people have felt it, at different times, in different ways. Not because something is wrong, but because something is changing. And humans are really good at sensing change before they understand it. So maybe don't rush to label it. Don't force it into fear or certainty. Just observe it. Stay aware. Stay grounded. Because at the end of the day, no system, no technology, no structure removes one fundamental thing: your ability to think. And that might be the most important part of all. Life is weird sometimes, but maybe that's what makes it worth paying attention to.